Flame Guard.
Game is going to be hard. And, you know, I will say that Neon have kind of slowed down their pressure a little bit. I was just looking over at Janela. He has 4 centaurs, so he's ready to stomp people. It's always fun when you see this sort of little herd running together.
Oh, yes, to be careful of the curse. Top lane. Yeah, just barely got out of the silence, and Earth Spirit was late to the party. He was late, and I mean, the next important thing is definitely going to be the Roshan, the BKB and the Roshan. This is going to be the concern for both teams. The Beastmaster is going to have kind of like an upper hand with the Hawk to scout out what the Dire team is trying to do in most of the situations. But right now, I feel like Dire is definitely feeling in more control of the game because of how the early to mid game went.
I'm really concerned about the way that this next fight's going to work out. There's so many team fight. Oh God, Scam on the backside. He finds him. The Wyvern roar to try and save a life for the moment. Basin does have a curse available if they want to use it. Tim's is dead.
Wow.
But that's the BKB used, and now the follow-up coming for KP, chased and killed off. Dude, damage.
Oh my God. He does so much damage with the Riki.
That's insane. So now a 6,000 gold lead, and it just continues to grow. Very impressive.
Yeah, they're doing all the right moves, punishing every time TnC overstep their boundaries, and they're gonna smoke to even try to take back the.
The Helm of the Dominator. It's just like all these giant teamfight items that are hard to deal with.
I mean, the issue is also, why is the IO gyro like, they have to be out on the map, you know? You don't want to be...
Oh, doesn't manage to get out of there.
Wow, that was calm, cool, and collective there, not using his BKB.
Yeah. Armel knowing his limits, absolutely. Well, the Chen Earth Spirit Pango taking Roshan because this is Dota. God, it's so weird. Sometimes the way that these heroes change around and end up evolving. But nonetheless, Roche is going to go their way. Smoke up from TnC. They're going to be a little bit too late to the party. And now, if they're not careful, Armel goes in, throws out the Sleight of Fist. Could go for a roll here if they wanted to. But no real need.
They have to. I think they have to defend this this region here. They have to hold this territory for the gyro to come. Or the gyro has to just risk it with the IO. You go out to the map and farm, and just accept that the IO is going to sacrifice his life for you when you are in trouble.
Play hard. Wants to go in. Armel BKB reaction immediately afterwards. Can they do anything here at all? Roaring onto the Pango. There's the Winner's Curse hitting only onto one. It's on the Chen, but they relocated in the Riki afterwards. Now Skem trying to find himself an opening. The Sleight of Fist dodge for the Rolling Thunder in, and now they'll relocate on the backside, but nobody else is here. Gabby's just going to get blown up afterwards. No, wait, no. The Cold Embrace, nice play there for the moment, but afterwards, is it enough? The control is there, and Gabby is going down. 3 for 2 so far, with Tim's on the buyback afterwards, and Riki chasing down Armel, trying to turn, go for the Mayapie. Is he going to be there? It is. A triple kill afterwards. Skem gets kicked forward, Ayopaj, but no follow-up is there.
So who got the better of the trade? I guess Neon, because they were able to take out the gyro and the Ember, both the big cores of TnC. Even though it's a 3-for-3 trade, so it's still a victory for Neon.
It was a buyback from the Wyvern too.
Oh, so buyback. So it's 4 for 3.
Yeah. 9k gold lead.
Radiant's middle
They're looking good.
under attack.
I mean, the moment the BKBs are out, they just can't do anything, you know, to all the magic damage that Neon has. the gyro expanded his BKB just to hit the egg, but I guess he doesn't really have a choice. He needed to kill the egg there. And the Ember, he used his BKB to initiate and to start the fight, you know, so he didn't have BKB anymore at the tail end of the fight, and he couldn't really do much.
It's one of those situations where it feels so bad because you have all of this damage if you're TnC, but it's all kind of in an AoE, and it just kind of gets soaked up the whole way through.
They have to do better with the combo because I think they used the Wyvern's Curse and the Beastmaster's Roar like on the same target. Yeah. He roared. I can't remember who he roared, but I think he roared the Earth Spirit, and then the Wyvern cursed someone next to him. So and then the Chen was like recalling the Riki in the middle of the curse.
Wasn't great.
I think they need to roar the Riki. I think the Riki is pretty important, or the Earth Spirit. These two heroes are too important for them.
And then actually be able to kill them afterwards. And I mean, that's the thing that I worry about with trying to go at the Earth Spirit, right? He pops Essence Ring, he's got 3,500 HP roughly. He's just picked up a plate. Yeah. It's so hard to kill him.
That's the damage problem that they're having, you know, and that's why I didn't really feel that great about the Ember not going for the Flame Guard DPS, because he's gonna have to do damage. And now Scam, he's gonna walk in, there's no detection, and he just walks in, gets a free kill. He gets away with murder.
See you later.
He's gonna get the Necro Book afterwards too?
That's what, 500 gold? Oh, 600
that's like
gold?
my every pub that I've ever played. Just I die to a Riki and then I feed my Necros. Oh, it hurts.
Don't buy Necros, bro.
That's a good
Don't buy Necros.
And I won't feed them. Just feed my life. Well, jump in. Skim just being a bully here. He's not gonna kill Gabby, but like, I don't even know. Just asserting dominance.
Sending a message, you know. It's more important than getting the kill.
Ooh, Armel's gonna get over here in time. He's waiting on it and will get the outpost, but high ground is being assaulted. Repair kits, keep it alive a little bit longer. Roll in, roar afterwards, onto Scam in the backline. Silence there onto Io. He can't head it onto anybody. They have the Supernova in the midst of all of this. Meanwhile, Armel trying to make something happen. Does get the one kill onto Playhard. Now trying to remnant away. Patch a little bit off the mark there. BKB comes out afterwards. Silence. Magnetize onto 3. Follow-up roll is going to be there as well, doing a lot of damage to Armel, but not quite enough for the kill. Winner's Curse. Magnetize gets the finish. Now Scam turns to the side. They buy back on Armel, seeing if he can get back into this fight. And what can he do? Aegis already down. That's 3 dead. They buy back on the Io too. Everybody's here. Scam just going to hide off to the side. Maybe TP away. Maybe try and go for a blink strike. He is in trouble and is going to die. A ton of gold going their way. They at least get out with the Chen.
And they don't even get the bounty runes. Is TnC gonna get all 4 bounty runes here? March did the right thing. He relocated to pick up the double bounty runes. And it looks like his team is gonna be able to pick up the other 2 bounty runes. That's a huge turnaround. Punishing Neon for overextending. They're just too cocky with their double BKBs.
Man, how much damage did they even do to the tower? They did no damage to the tower.
Really? They didn't even do the tower.
They didn't do anything. It was a repair kit. That's why. Repair kit.
Repair kit. Thanks, Gaben.
No problem. Anytime.
Are you saying you're Gaben?
I'm Gabe. That's me. No. Oh, we'll leave it at that.
Tell them not to nerf my hero, my favorite hero anymore, please.
Who's your hero? I'll make sure it gets nerfed to the ground. Well, Gabby decided to go a different route. I was gonna say chickened out, but that's not very fair. He went to the Satanic.
That's not fair to say he chickened out.
That's the right play. But it would have been cooler to see the right here.
He's trying to secure the game. He doesn't want to throw the game away like what Neon did. Oh, the game's not over, but it was still a massive throw there. So the gyro is going to hit a point where he's just going to outscale against the Riki, because the Riki won't be able to man fight him after this.
Right. And that's going to be a huge issue.
What does the Riki need? So he's building a nullifier. Okay, that's going to give him more damage.
Do have a smoke up here. Armel spots out this haste run. They realize that he is there, and a little bit of D-ward action is going to go on as they roll up to high ground, but won't be able to find any type of an opening for a kill here. And I mean, it is really hard for them to do anything to beat OB. Like, Armel is in no danger. If he needs to, he's got the haste rune.
He's just trying to make him click a button. But no, I'm saving my BKB charge for a rainy day. And that is not today.
Can't emphasize enough how little tower damage they have on Neon.
Oh no! He has no TP! His TP is on cooldown!
Oh god, and the kick back in, and Skem's got him. He's gonna try and live through this. I mean, he's got Satanic and BKB, but is he gonna get bursted in time? Gabby turns to try and fight. He's killing the ball off. I don't think it's gonna be enough though, sadly. The gyrocopter, left all alone, is gonna be taken to the grave. And that's what happens when you kill the IO. Oh my god, the mass tips. Poor March.
The thing is, like, I feel like they know this is like a dangerous place. Like, they relocated here. So what you need to do as the IO is you actually needed to take a better position. You need to hide around the trees and wait for the relocate timer to end, and then you tether towards the gyro. Because you don't really even need to hit the creeps right as the IO. You just need to be in position to bring him home. You are just that ride home that he cannot miss, you know, that last bus that he has to get on.
It's true, and that's one of those things that normally doesn't happen.
Yeah, why are you even hitting the creeps?
Yeah, that's huge. They're gonna recall in if they need to. The Earth Spirit does need to be careful not to get the recall interrupted. Don't know if it happened or not yet. I think it did actually.
What?
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to TP. So I think, oh no, Chen, it's still on cooldown. He got
hit by the ball or something?
He got hit by the axes.
Okay. And it's not the end of the world since he still has TP. Should be okay.
Well, he's TPing out to the outpost, it looks like, so he's going to be a little bit late.
He's going to be there still. He's late, but he's going to be there.
Heals are coming in.
Wait, what?
Now on. Oh no!
What did he roll?
He roared the wolf. That's not great. Now the roll in the second time here, trying to find themselves Armel silent. BKB out from Armel. Playhard just going to back away. Now, are they going to be able to bring down this Chen? It looks like the answer is yes, although no, maybe not. The turnaround, Magnetize out there as well. The stun, the control's going to be there. It's a lot of damage, and March is dead yet again. No buyback. The follow-up could come in just a moment, and Gabby could get kicked out of the base. They jump in, but Skem, he decided to go at the same time. They're still going to kill off Gabby, though. They aren't going to lose. Skem is, well, actually, now they are. But they might all end up dying if they're not careful. Kicked now onto Pango. He's going down low. Now, Yopad's trying to find any extra semblance of a kill here. As he is going to get rolled in. A good blink to interrupt it. As Rappy, the last one left alive, tries to back away and Sunray himself out, but to no avail. 5 dead. TnC do it.
I thought the initial egg was good, but it actually didn't. They only managed to chase TnC away, and they retreated to the high ground, and they reinitiated after that, and they were able to outlive all the big spells, you know, the egg, Magnetize, and the roll. I mean, the Riki has to be careful about how he's initiating right now, since he has only a 5-second BKB. If he ever gets rod, it means during BKB, it means he doesn't have a BKB anymore.
Right. And he needs that to be able to sort of stand toe-to-toe with the gyro. Yeah. Like, gyro getting all his damage off is really terrible.
Jump the back lines. The Wyvern and the Whiz, the IO, he has to take them out.
Well, it is 36 minutes in, only a 2,000 gold lead. After what was once, I mean, what was this, like 10K or so, roughly?
10K.
And it's starting to really feel like this could be TnC. If they get this Roche, I don't know what you do at this point. Like, you've lost so much of your window, and there's no way that they can come and contest it.
I guess we wait for... what character Riki get? Not sure. Abyssal? But at this point, I don't feel like the Riki can ever man fight the IO Gyro anymore. Like you said, his window has closed.
Gyro does have the relic, so he's going for the rapier next after Satanic. We have seen moments when they've been able to...
Perfect.
We've seen moments when he's been able to be brought down, but it's feeling like that is almost a foregone conclusion that it can't happen anymore, right? Like status resistance.
How can he die right now? I think the only reason why he died the last time was because the IO he died first. He got caught first. If the IO is alive and there's a Wyvern with Cold Embrace, good luck trying to kill the gyro. Maybe you kill him, but you're gonna have to expend so much of your resource, your time, your BKBs, right? Like the last fight, they killed the gyro, yes. But once they ran out of BKB on their course, the Ember Spirit just came in and just destroyed all of them.
Well, one thing, I guess at least with this nullifier is you can purge the unholy aura stuff. Yeah, satanic would be nice. Ooh, Minotaur horn though. Oh, it's also a tasty treat.
What's the horn?
Radiant. Oh. So I think they're probably going to give it to Ember, I would imagine.
I mean, the enchanted quiver is pretty nice for him.
Yeah. Roar used. This is a tanky hero, and he's got some heals coming in. Roll as well, interrupting onto both of them. Yo, Patch, he missed to magnetize, but the damage over time is coming in and so significant. Tether is going to be broken. They get the winner's curse off onto that Ricky. Now trying to roll in, finds the catch now onto March Living, but not long enough. And Armel will be able to get out of there as Yopatch still hunting, wanting to see if he can find somebody, but just a little bit outside of range of seeing Gabby.
So right now the Beastmaster is going for Aghanims. Very
Hey.
Why not AC?
Right, he switched it up. He's going Ethereal Blade. I want to see him go Aghanims. That sounds awesome. Have you played much with it?
No. So it's just damage, right? It's because it's no cooldown. Like what else? Like you're just trying to do damage.
I guess. So well, also you can like you amp, you know, the damage amp that the axes give.
Is that really that useful?
I mean, when you get your radiance, it's cool. Your radiance starts doing more damage.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
All right. That's my build.
Does it work?
Yeah, it ups the amount of damage that Radiance does.
So Radiance, so your build is like what Radiance, Octarine call hard. You need to be tanky, then Shivas.
Well, I mean, it's turbo, so you know you can just kind of get it.
I mean,
whatever happens.
Building this on Beastmaster, why not just play another hero?
Because he doesn't get the Aghanims. The Wild Axes amps all your damage. That's the point.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. If that's your kind of fun.
I can hear your brain just working.
No. I understand that everyone has their own tea, you know, has their own cup of tea. Everyone has their own preference on what is a fun time.
What's a fun time to you?
Beastmaster with Axe and Radiance is fun.
Okay, thanks, man. I'm glad I have your blessing. Oh, I love you, Winter. You're hilarious. All right, so they've reclaimed a little bit of something. It's still looking a little bit scary for Neon now, but there's always a chance. They just need to take that gyrocopter down. Or maybe they try and go for like Armel or something when his BKBs is down, which it is right now. That would have been a big pickoff.
To be honest, Radiant definitely has the advantage, the upper hand right now, because the gyro is with the IO, he's the strongest hero in this game right now, the strongest core. So they definitely have the ease of execution when it comes to the team fights. But I'm thinking whether they should get an Aghanims on the Phoenix. To try to, because I feel like they need to do something to maybe save someone with the egg and turn especially against the raw. So your Ricky can play more aggressive. He goes in, he doesn't have to pop his BKB, right? Because you're going to back him up with the Aghanim's egg to save him and to refresh his health. I feel like they need some extra thing, you know, to win the fights.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. I think that could be cool.
As he's going Shivas now, I feel like not sure if that's going to be a game-changing.
Yo, Patch, jump away. KP gonna throw some axes out there. Not hit with his boulder smash.
What did he buy? Oh, he bought a BKB instead?
Huh. Interesting. I think that's fine, right? Although it means he's like got his ghost scepter.
A lot of magic damage, like you mentioned earlier. So he's going to be able to kind of be a pseudo front line. Stand in front, just damage, right click. I mean, he still does a lot of right click damage.
Yeah. I guess the weird thing about it is that he's just keeping his Ghost Scepter in his backpack right now. Not even in his inventory.
He needs the dust. Detection. There's a Ricky in the game. Come on.
That's fair.
I know you got that carry. No. I have no slot for petty items like dust. No.
That's right. Don't you forget it. Oh, God. Hello. There's a jump onto Pango. And they got him in a heck of a lot of trouble. Play hard, trying to live. But, well, no, he's dead. He's looking okay for a moment.
He failed to live.
Also known as dying.
No buyback. Oh, no.
That's pretty rough. And I think he used Rolling Thunder, too, so even when he does come back, I guess he'll be back up by the time he revives.
Oh, never mind the repair kit.
God. Yeah, it's not gonna matter.
Look at Raiden. They ran out the high ground. They saw the repair kit. Okay, they backed off.
I mean, it's nice.
It's nice. You actually like that item?
You don't like it?
Why would anyone like repair kit? Okay, fine. You're losing the game. You know, you have to turtle. Yeah, you like it. You like it because you're losing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I like it. What's wrong with that?
I just don't like to be losing in the first place.
Okay. So you're saying, I guess that's an interesting thing, right? Is that like, it's an item that only exists around negative emotions. Like if you're ahead, you don't really care about having a repair kit. If you're behind, you like to have a repair kit, but you're already behind. So you're like, it's a negative emotion associated with it. At least we have repair kit.
It gives you like a way to prolong the game. But sometimes I feel like the item stops like certain timing pushes. You have to hit that specific timing to push the game. Let's say, what's an easy example? Like maybe some Lycan lineup. You're hitting that timing to push, and then because of that repair kit, the anti-mage, I have battle fury manta, I can carry the game now because you delayed for 2 minutes with the repair kit. I mean, how can that be fair?
Right, and that's what I mean, is that like that's an item that's associated with like negative things. It's like you're either frustrated at it or you don't feel good about it because you're behind and you're like, okay, well, I guess this is it. You compare that to like rapier, right? Where it's like, okay, they have a rapier, so maybe there's a chance. It's an item that's associated with hope and like happiness, right? or very much regret, depending upon the situation.
Repair kit is hope for the miserable.
Right, which means that you're in a bad position to begin with. I get you. Yeah, we're on the same page.
I just don't like the concept of having these kind of items for me.
That's fair. Gabby is almost level 25 now, and the Chen creeps are going to keep on pushing down bottom. Waiting for the next Roche. 2 minutes until it's capable of respawning.
They have to find a fight. I think the longer they wait like this, I'm talking about Neon, it's just gonna get harder for them. They have to try to find a fight. Like the game is even net worth wise, but strategically wise, based on the lineup, they're behind right now because Raiden has a much better scaling lineup. Their heroes are much more powerful during the late game.
Mm-hmm. And they have pretty much everything that they need
to the high ground. Hold your high ground.
Well, they're going up high ground. Maybe an ill-advised move, but the Supernova again is good. The roller is going to come out trying to blow up this Isle. March is almost dead, but not quite there. The damage is coming out, and they will eventually kill him off. And now Skem seeing what more they can do. The relocate could come in just a moment if they want to use it. Opaj able to get the stun there, but the Aghanim is going to keep him doing so much damage. Disarm on the Gyrocopter, trying to stop it, if at all possible. They're caught there in the Winter's Curse, and the Ricky eventually going to be brought down dead. Still only a couple have died, and again the blink forward to interrupt the rollaway. Opaj trying to get out, and he will be able to, at least for now. So 2 dead for the moment as the rest of Neon run away, and they're forced to buy back on the Chen.
Neon, sir, has ran out of time. The hourglass has finished ticking for them. This gyro with rapier is doing way too much in a team fight.
God, it's so spooky. The disarm is kind of annoying. Like, you know, Halberd is great and all. Gabby's just going for tier 4. He's like, guys, I want to end early. Gonna go get myself some lunch, call it good. The roll in again, trying to find Gabby. Slow down, silence. Okay, catching this IO. Can they break the tether? Can they do anything at all? I mean, Gyrocopter's back up to full HP yet again. Ricky being brought down ever so low as he gets the blink strike away. Yopaj is still living. He's tanked through so much damage here, but it doesn't look like it's gonna matter. At the end, it's all just a little bit too much as Big Bad Gabby is going to chase them down one by one and take down the racks to boot.
Yep, and March relocates KP back for a trip to the fountain, a trip to the memory lane to regain your mana. Wait, what? Huh? He didn't bring him?
March is trolling. March has had some questionable plays this game on the IO. It's okay though. We all struggle sometimes. Maybe he didn't want to come, you know?
Okay. Yeah, maybe. He wanted to TP to the outpost.
Radiant's top tower.
Rosh is up in 1 minute. Oh no, not is up. It might be up in 1 minute.
Roll. Armel silenced. Roar though. Oh god, he's getting blown up all the way to hell. Aw, Fooey. Chasing for more now. The buyback from the Earth Spirit. They don't want to go too much further. They're actually going to respect the buyback. TnC taking no chances.
See you later, nerds.
See you later, nerds.
Why do they have to rush, you know? They are the ones that have the better late game or the superior late game, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I agree. It's just one of those things where you kind of expect them, well, we can just do whatever we want at this page. That's how it kind of feels at the moment. Gabby keeps on hitting tower, takes it down there. And are they going to go for more? I think the answer is yes. Based on what we've seen so far. The Boulder Smash is going to go out there. They take the tether relocate cooldown as well, so they're going to be able to make sure that Gabby is constantly safe from threats. Roll. Tried to find March, not quite there. Yopaj now stuck in a weird position. The low ground Gabby punches are coming out fast and furious. He's dead for 2 minutes, and I think that is going to be about all she wrote. If they cannot get on back yet again, play hard, hoping to find anything, something to do the damage. BKB turn onto the supernova. It's gone. They're gone. TnC are going to take game number 1 over Neon.
Pretty good comeback there by them, having a much greedier, much slower lineup, but they were able to pull it through. They defended their territories well, good team fights. There were a couple of questionable team fights that they took initially.
5 seconds remaining. TnC.Predator's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
To that one section of Asia now. It's everyone within the region playing together.
Yeah, it's very important for everyone on C to improve together on the same page. And talking about that, draft is up. You see what are the heroes that both teams want to ban out.
Anything here that tickles your fancy for bans?
Chen ban.
Seems like they're still going for the same ban.
Yeah, still the same ban. So
Still not letting away for the Doom. They're paying a lot of respect to KP.
This must be a scrim ban. They
Could
must
be.
Sounds
have
like it.
scrim.
yeah, TnC.Predator has been screaming pretty frequently in these couple of days.
Or maybe if you can just go to Dota Buff, you check. I'm pretty sure that TnC has played a couple of Doom this month. So maybe Neon, they haven't played against Doom before. They don't want to try it, especially not here. So they just ban it out.
Yeah, I mean, Doom in general is just one of those heroes that sort of changes the team fights for you, because all of a sudden, once someone gets doomed, you basically neutered them, right? No items, no skills. They're basically just walking creeps until the Doom duration runs out.
Yep.
So it is a very scary hero to go up against, and considering that TnC have KP on their side, he plays a lot of old school offlaners. Of course,
Yeah.
he can play the current offlaners, but he has that added bonus of a wider variety of heroes he can access.
Definitely. And TnC this time, they have the first pick. They're hesitating a little bit, taking their time to think. Will this be a Chen snatching away from Neon? We will see.
That's the Chen away. You can still run the IO with the Chen in your lineup. That is like the plus side.
So much healing.
Of knowing these two heroes, yeah. And I don't think Neon Esports themselves play IO, so
Yeah.
they can snatch the Chen, or they can just stick with the IO opening again. I think both are okay there.
Oh, they're going with the IO again. All right.
They're the only team that runs it, and so far no one's really found a solution to the IO.
100% win rate so far. 2 games, 1 both. Chen Beastmaster.
They take away the Beastmaster, so even more pushing power right now from Neon, more auras.
So they fixed their issue last game, which was push.
Yes.
They got the push and the Beastmaster, and now they have a literal zoo on their side.
Yeah, they can add more to it. Put the Lycan in.
If Lycan gets through, right? Oh, goodness. But TnC, same opening. So Gyro, IO. I mean, Gyro IO is still pretty good against the zoo, right? They've got ways to clear the creeps, so it's not as if they're going to be completely overwhelmed.
Even better, now for Neon Esports, you have a lockdown. I think in the previous game, it was the Pango, then you're relying on this Earth Spray to literally roll in and hit his skills. But now you have a long-range Primal Roar to set that up.
And I love this ban coming out from Neon, the Winter Warrior ban. I think this opens up Ricky once again. The last game, we see a lot of times Ricky jumping on the IO, and IO just got saved by the Wyvern.
Yeah.
And Ricky has to use most of his BKB time to try and take down IO, and he couldn't.
Yeah, and the best part is that if the IO is in the Cold Embrace, he gets extra regeneration. If it's tethered to the Gyro, it gets transferred over, so the Gyro just becomes immortal.
And Pugna coming in for Neon Esports.
Yeah, they are going all in right now.
All in with the push. I mean, considering that their early game last game was so successful, maybe they're confident in just trying to finish the game early.
Yeah.
Rather than going for late.
It could be a support partner as well. Neon Esports, they have ran partner in this role before, even though it's not common, but there's a possibility with this Ember pick.
Well, it looks like Neon is pretty solid right now. They have push from 3 heroes. They have playmaking from Ember. And Ember is pretty good against Pango, IO as well. To see if they want to put Chen on the mid, or I mean on the carry, or they want to go for something else for Scam that is maybe a little bit of late game potential up against the Gyro, because that was the problem, right? They were one-dimensional in the last game. They didn't have any late game.
Yeah.
I think they were hoping to end early. Right?
Yeah, it was
last
just
game, you just didn't want to go that late.
Just those couple of moments where they were overzealous, they built more than they can chew, and they got punished by TnC.
So Brewmaster being eliminated from the pool. Another hero that KP has actually played the Brewmaster earlier in the season to their success. The Brewmaster was really good in that game.
Yeah, huge anti-push hero.
Yeah.
And it just disrupts the team fight a lot. Like heroes like Pugna, you want to stay in the fight. But if he cyclones you, you cannot save your teammate with the life drain, and you cannot provide anything.
Yeah, it's
So-
just a nuisance, really. Being able to completely isolate one hero, and all of a sudden it becomes 4v5.
Yeah, you can despite decrepify is probably one of the most annoying part about a Brewmaster.
And we got Kunkka added to the lineup here for TNC. What is this looking like to you folks? Is this looking like team fight?
They might
run
pick
a-
a Phoenix.
I mean, they might be running an offlane Kunkka.
Yeah.
Therefore, they ban out the Ursa.
Or they can run a mid Kunkka, like the Pango core, and they run like a support Phoenix because of the Ursa ban. This actually doesn't look too bad, right? This Kunkka can just go for an axe for the Torrent Storm.
I think Nyx looks really good here for TNC, to be honest. Great against Pugna, great against Amber Spirit.
Oh yeah, the next assassin.
Yeah, but normally you don't want to run Nyx into a 5-man lineup, so maybe that's another reason for not picking it.
I think the Phoenix isn't too bad for TNC.
Yeah, I think they need some kind of magic burst too, because looking at their magic damage really up. Actually, they have a lot. Gyro and Kunkka. So
Yeah.
maybe some initiation, or maybe they don't need it as well, because all they want to do is pick someone that enables the
Phoenix,
Gyro even more.
Mars does do that. If they want like okay, the Underlord, another hero that
Depush.
pushes.
Yeah, that's the reason why they want to ban out the Ursa.
Yeah, Underlord hates Ursa in lane. There's nothing this Underlord can do against an Ursa. Well, now it's Neon's turn to make a decision.
Well, they can go back to Ricky again. Ricky's pretty
Or-
great against Underlord on lane.
Or we could see the Scam Chen again.
And you see like a okay, then if that's okay, then it's no Earth Spirit. Or you can see like the off lane Beastmaster, then like a Scam Ember, and then a Yopash Earth. But this is definitely a harder game for them to pull that off because of this Underlord Kunkka. You have so much damage resistance, right? Underlord Atrophy Aura steals your damage, you have the Rum to deal with, and then you need to go through this Io Gyro.
And they are naturally tanky as well.
Maybe if they go Alchemist. They put like the Pugna and Chen as support, and then you run an Alchemist lineup.
And we get the Slark.
Okay.
Okay, going back to a bit of normal stuff. Slug pretty good against both Kunkka and the Underlord.
Yeah, and Underlord. Yeah.
It's a natural Io killer as well.
Yep.
They don't really have a way of dealing with the Slark, do they?
They actually do. Like they run the Underlord, depending if they want to go Atos or not. But they have ways, you know, like X Mark, Torrent, Ghost Ship, Pit of Malice. But Slug does have a bit of more breathing room, I think, with the Shadow Dance.
I mean, there's other heroes that they have to worry about too, right?
Yeah.
They've got so much. Both teams actually have a lot of sustain, so we could be looking at some really long team fights. Gentlemen, predictions before we hop into the game.
Still going with Neon for this one.
Neon?
I mean, looking at the draft though, even though I'm believing in Neon, but I do think TNC has a better draft to execute.
All right, thank you so much. So we have our predictions from the panel. As for the casters, who do you think are going to win? Lyrical and Winter, take it away for our final game of the series.
Thank you so much, Danny Lee, and you wonderful panel members out there. You guys rock. We got some super crazy stuff going on here, Winter. Underlord, my favorite hero. Aghanim Scepter, GG. That's all I gotta say. Realistically, what do you think about the drafts?
You like Underlord? Okay, never mind. You're a Darksail player, of course. Same
way
kind
to
of
go.
hero. Same hero. You know the Underlord combo I like is with the Visage. Have you seen it before?
No, what's that?
So you just rush X, like you draft Underlord and Visage on the same team. So you put the Visage solo mid, Underlord carry, and you rush X and didn't you see like a Reddit thread or something like there's this before when you can get MMR by partying together? There was like a group of people playing every night almost in Southeast Asia, a Chinese stack, and they would do the same draft every time.
That sounds
Underlord,
insane.
Visage, I think it was a Venge, then Beastmaster. I can't remember the last hero, but the sequence of the items will always be the same. The Underlord is in the safe lane, he rush X, and they end the game in like 10-15 minutes.
That's amazing. Well, we do have to check out a very different game here, and we're going to hop into it now as it is, of course, game number 2. Let's do it. Oh, and right away with the pause, as has been happening every now and then. But yeah, you're telling me about this strategy. Is it that you go the under? Does it affect the birds?
Yes.
It doesn't affect the bird. It does.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's the combo. That is precisely the combo.
I really do love the Underlord Aghanims. I've been playing it for like a while, usually with like a Luna or a Gyro or something. But Visage Birds, man, that's a new level of savagery. That's amazing.
This game, if the Underlord is fed, as long as he doesn't face the slot in the lane, he can build. Like, he's gonna need to build like a pipe and a mech first, and then he can consider if he can get the Aghanims later.
So you actually like it. Everybody calls me a memer when I want to pick it.
If you can get it. The issue with the hero is you usually have too many items that you want to buy. Okay, you need the mech. Because you're the team's designated team player, utility hero. You have to buy mech, you have to buy pipe. Otherwise, your teammate is going to flame you. And then someone says, hey guys, we need to do Roche. Can someone buy a medallion? Then you're like, okay, I am the team player. I have to buy the medallion. There's always something you need to buy. Otherwise, you will rush X every time.
I feel like there's got to be something in the personality of all of these different players, you know? Like, it's a different personality type that would want to play carry versus would want to play mid.
Yes.
Versus, you know what I mean?
Support, captain, everything, you have to have a specific personality, especially I think the captain role. You have to be decisive, you have to be strong, you have to be trustworthy.
Wow. That's deep, Winner. You're such a deep guy.
Begins.
Runes.
Oh, battle.
So what?
Punches,
Fire?
play hard. I think he's just dead. Missiles coming in, give him the doink. And he got doinked. Actually ends up being sent over afterwards to the chin.
He got 3 runes, Gabe. Was that worth? Nah.
You got first blood on Gabby. Of course it's worth. What are you talking about? You don't think so?
No, it's definitely better for Radiant, but Dire got 3 runes.
Okay.
They are trying to enforce this Underlord against the Slug matchup, which is great for Scambaloo on the Slug. He needs to try to slow this Underlord down, and it's a bad idea for the Slug to go against like an aggressive tri-lane because you're pretty much useless in a tri-lane. And Teams is gonna get a career here for his troubles. Oh, never mind. They saw him?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. And he has to back out. Although the courier, yeah, it's going to be bringing out that sentry ward in a second. We'll see if he's able to find anything there with it.
That's crucial. That is crucial that they block the camp so they can't pull. Because there's 3 heroes here. It means that the Radiant has control over this lane. They can pull and do whatever they want. So as the weaker lane, you have more reason to block off the camp. He's fine.
Damage. I don't know, man. Look at him. He's stunned. He can't handle it.
Yeah, but he has Fairy Fire. The item that will save your life in the lane.
Okay. Tim's, in the meantime, has been able to pull this one all the way back behind the tower. So taking a little bit of farm there away from Mr. Rappy himself.
Yeah.
As they will be able to get the D-ward.
Level 2. Very nice for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he decides to... Like, right now he has to make a decision. Do I help this Underlord at bot? Or do I freestyle the game, you know? I'll just do whatever the shit I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And be happy.
It looks like Tim's is going the stacking up camps route and building up a nice little war chest here. This is cool.
Back to what you said just now about the personalities. You know, as a position 4, you have to have a personality of someone that likes to try stuff, likes to... You are kind of like the rebel in the team, you know? You want to do your own thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna it, and you're gonna like, this is my show. Oh wait, his TP got cancelled.
Rappy? He just goes down.
He TP'd, I guess he TP'd too late.
I have no idea, but that really went poor. That's as worst it could go.
I'm paying attention. Where is the Chen to recall me? Okay, Chen is recall.
Okay, that's good at least.
Chen can recall him. Okay, don't worry. You're not.
I mean, you sounded really worried.
I wasn't worried. Worry is a sin.
I don't think that's right.
Worrying is a sin.
I'm pretty sure it's not a sin. Mid lane, we haven't really talked about it that much. It's 14-1 versus 16-7. And down bottom, they're just getting completely bodied. They will bring Tim's down bottom to try and pressure out play hard. But KP right now has 6 last hits. See if they can do anything else. The slowdown there with the disarm. One more punch is all they need, but Tim's isn't going to be able to get there to give it to him. And it's actually building up a lot of stacks here. The pounce afterwards continues to hit away at him. Disarm comes out, and they'll back out.
Uberlord has no mana to finish off the kill. Very sad. You can see the Pugma is the king of pulls, you know. I saw the Jenkins, was it Jenkins that wrote a guide about, I saw the video about the Pugma guide. About how you can always manipulate.
How can you always manipulate it?
Because you have decrab. Like if someone's trying to pull, you just decrab him and the creep will lose aggro towards the guy who's trying to pull.
Makes sense.
So Jenkins made a guide about it, like how to abuse the support partner.
Well, up top, they're going to abuse the Chen a little bit, take him down dead.
And who got the rune? So Ember has the bottle refill. So our poor Conker has to go back to base, but he has X mark.
So good.
Good.
It's the greatest. It is going to get sort of pummeled back a little bit there by Opage, but it should be fine.
I mean, think about it. Conker nerfed so much and the hero is still viable. Imagine how broken he was before.
It was so great. It was the best time ever. It was just pure damage, basically. You just like have a rapier and just one-shot people.
You don't use your charge of Tidebringer. Never mind, bounty rune soon. Enough of the Conker. Playhard is fighting with Tims, who is going to be victorious. He has decrab.
Tims might be able to still get this kill if he wants to, but now
3 runes again
on cooldown, so they won't go for it.
3 runes again. They're happy. They're happy. So right now, let's see. It's all about going the rotations that you mentioned in the previous game. Right now, the meta is favoring mid laners that rotates around to secure kills on the side lanes after they kill their own catapult in their lane, and then allowing the supports to take the lane to gain some XP.
Right. Well, and this is a bit of a weird one too, though, because it's the Slark and the Underlord, like Tim's combo going on, and Scam is like got crazy denies, but still about even on levels with the Underlord. So that part is still pretty good for Mr. KP himself.
Wow. Okay, that's a good glyph. He just wanted to clear the wave and get out to get his boots. That's a very good glyph.
That's frustrating.
I mean, that's
we'll
also
get that range trip at least.
That's also something, I think one of the mid players mentioned that how the glyph can always change the way the mid lane looks. A perfectly used time glyph. Like all these small little mechanics in Dota, it's what makes it so annoyingly hard to master. But you think, oh, glyph is just there for the tower, you know? Then there's another usage of glyph.
Well, it's like there's battles for efficiency, and then it's like trying to shut down the battles for efficiency as they're happening. Like right there, if Yopage would have been able to recognize that he was going for an XTP, maybe like jumps in and gets a chains or something like that, right? Can make a huge difference. But he doesn't have chains, so it doesn't matter. He's still got a regen rune though. He can play pretty aggressive if he wants to as he clears out this camp.
Yeah, they are trying to just get levels right now. It's more about like how they're going to stack and get levels. I don't think they can really advance in any lane to pressure the opponent. Beastmaster is not level 6, Underlord's level 6. But the more levels the Radiant team gets, they are going to be very mobile on the map. Imagine they have X mark to TP back to refill. There's Underlord ultimate to travel around the map. There's relocate. They're going to be everywhere.
It's hard to deal with.
Radiant's top
They're not like the most mobile heroes in the world, but they have mobility spells. Yeah.
This is my kind of fun game as a support, when I have all these kind of cores around me. Because then I know I always have backup.
True enough. Kanka gonna head on over here and try and clear through some camps himself. These ones were just double stacked up earlier, so that's going to give Tims over the mid lane.
So right now, looking at the net worth, all 6 cores are actually farming quite evenly, with Gyro slightly ahead of the pack because he was able to get 3 kills in the early laning phase. But Beastmaster's level 6 now, so we're going to see a rotation towards the Beast soon. Yopage is running towards the top lane to join with the Beastmaster.
Erupting here. Edge seeing if they can get it going. Takes over the little mud golem.
That's a
DD.
value creep for the early game, for the lane.
Yeah.
Go stun.
Tim's. And he chased down a little bit here. Dopedge still thinking about going, but just going to clear the wave and then head back afterwards. Top lane. They open up onto Rappy and just blow him up. That's level 6 for Gyro.
He just walked there. Oh, he didn't even TP here, so he just walked up, gets the kill. So that's the first rotation, and Teams is getting the XP in the mid lane. This is what I'm talking about when the mid laners are just looking to rotate and give XP to the supports. And Pugna really, you look at the Pugna, he really wants to get a lane right now and just get XP. General getting X mark. Okay. Nice stun.
Oh, the golems times it out all weird because of that. And they're moving over now. There's a DD on the Ember who's deciding to get very up close and personal on the March, trying to bring him down low. Do they have enough? They will. Beast for one kill. Oh, the Tidebringer there. The roller's going to get off, but this might still be the death of Armel as he turns, gets another right click. But it is going to be a 2-for-1.
30 seconds towards the outpost and bounty runes. So we'll see whether the boat is going to come off cooldown during the outpost and bounty rune fight, which is going to be very crucial. Beastmaster is going to take the top outpost. Let's see what does Radiant want to do. Do they look to defend the bottom outpost, or they are going to rotate towards claiming the top outpost? Seems like they're going to go bot because the Pango is moving bot.
Yeah. And they're going to TP in another now. Kunkka's down here as well. They'd love to be able to get something opened up on the Slark here. And, oh, that night vision, though. He needed to walk in the...
You saw the Kunkka, right?
Yeah, he needed to walk through the trees and it would have gotten kill. Armel. He's got the X here on the play hard if you want. Loses vision. Needs to throw out a torrent. Tries to get it. And instead it's Tim's. So play hard will be able to earn himself a bounty rune. Does it come at a cost, though? It looks like it most likely will. The boat is coming out, pulls him back in. Not quite enough, and just barely gets him there. They have Roar back up in 13 seconds. If they want to chase this down, they're thinking about it. Skem moving through the river, but it's just going to head back to farming.
There's no boat, though. They have to be careful about fighting at TnC. I have to wait for 1 minute before they have the next ghost ship. Second catapult wave has arrived. Let's see if the Beastmaster can push towers here, but he doesn't really have a very, very snowbally game going. He just has a reasonable start, not that high on net worth. But let's see whether they can make use of the Aura and the Helm of Dawn to push here. They're gonna smoke with the Pugna, so they're probably gonna head towards bot to kill this Underlord with the Slug here. And Chen is going to soak XP mid since he didn't take the book. Pugna was the one who claimed the Tome of Knowledge. No, they're going mid. Why they? Do they? Or did they see the Kunkka? Oh no, they see the Kunkka. He's not an easy kill though.
I mean, definitely not. He doesn't get the boat off. He's still on cooldown. Play hard, doing a lot of damage. They get him.
Wow, that's so much damage actually. I totally underestimated the damage coming out from the Pugna. The Slug wasn't even needed for that kill, to be honest.
But he picked up the kill because he's the carry.
He got the stats, right? Yeah. Permanent agility.
Yeah, also is getting towards that Echo Saber pretty soon here. The missile gonna get thrown out here. The Opedge needs to be a little bit careful. He doesn't have another slate as damage is out, but he has this remnant out and away afterwards.
Clear the wave. He wanted to slide and clear the wave before he get out, but not enough damage. But still, nice play. He's taking. You look at where he's playing on the map right now. He's playing in the dangerous area. Slug is playing the safe area. So it is precisely how they should be playing. And right now, when the next roar comes up, they should plan whether they should move towards top to defend the tower or mid lane. Pugna is once again the recipient of the gold ship.
Yeah. So I kind of am still feeling like there's this duality in this game where Slark oftentimes just feels like this force that's so hard to deal with if he gets a good early game. And the Slark's had a good early game. But likewise, they're going up against Io Gyro with like a ghost ship around him and, you know, with Atrophy Aura that's going to be kicking into place. Like, how do you feel about the state of this game? This KP is going to get brought down low. Good Pit of Malice. They still managed to get KP killed.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Mid
under
lane,
attack.
Roar. On the
damn.
Armel. Dude, they're getting destroyed. They jump in afterwards, able to find the final finish on the Armel as well.
Damage. The 150 thunderclap from the Hellbear Smasher. That's a lot of damage in the early phase of the game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All the right things being done right now by Neon, but this is what we saw before in game number 1. And
Their lineup is better at the early to mid stage. You know, they can take fights faster, they can take towers, they're more tower damage with the Pugna and Chen, Beastmaster. TnC has a lineup that needs to play a lot slower. They have the roll, they have the boat right now, so let's see if they can take tower defense here.
Thinking about it.
It's too low though, I'm not sure if this is a good idea.
Radiant's top tower.
Anticipating a movement over. KP is in position with the Pit of Malice, 3 points already up in it. Not gonna go for the all-in play as of yet. Rooted there onto KPX, comes out afterwards, got him under fire. There's a Beastmaster who's gonna get completely demolished. Rappy is sent out of here. So they keep their tower alive, at least in deny range. Depending on what they want to do.
Yeah, it's great for them, saving the tower. Because Dyer really wants to ramp up the pace of this game, you know. TnC is just happy playing a slower game. KP, don't think he should be in any sort of trouble. He's gonna deny the tower. Nicely done.
Sleight of Fist back up again in a second with the chains. Didn't quite get it onto the Underlord. Did find Tim's there. Interesting going there. They have Slark already done with the Echo Saber, and now he's going back for Blade Mail. What the hell?
It's good against the Kanka and the Gyro. But is it the item? Because they need to play a very fast game.
Ooh, wait a minute. Going for this bounty run. They got X here. That should be able to do a little outplay. Although, no, he didn't pull it. He didn't get the Sleight of Fist off. He will get it after. No, he got rooted after the stun.
There was no creeps. There was no creeps here. That's why he could. I was really surprised why the slide didn't come out. There was no creeps. Oh shit.
Unreal. Well, that one hurts. And now a 2,000 gold lead, a little bit squandered as it looks like TnC started building up some momentum. Skem catching there onto the Pango, trying to bring him down. Boat is going to land afterwards. He pops the ultimate to live a little bit longer. Needs to hide away. As that pounce back up in 1 second, gets out of the pit, but they still have the missile on him, which will eventually connect. He does have the Dark Pack to take it off afterwards, but doesn't even need to.
Neon is in a stressful situation right now. They have to ramp up the pace of the game. This Gyro is getting out of control.
Dude, they're not going to expect this Blade Mail, though. Gabby thinking about going in. Skem ready to battle. Trying to make this work here. He pops the Blade Mail. Nobody's hitting him. The Blade Mail is not doing its work, guys. Skem is in some trouble as he is going to get completely destroyed. Oh, no. TnC continue to run forward. It's good in theory.
It's good in Gyro is owning, man. He's owning.
Oh my god.
Well, in theory, he gets the reflect damage from the Kunkka and the Gyro. In theory. And good stats.
But isn't that just like strictly worse with the like rum buff too though? Because you're reflecting damage back.
I'm not saying I like it, but I'm just trying to reason.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's about the mindset. They feel like they have to buy some item on this slot, right? That allows him to snowball and keep fighting. And they feel like he doesn't have time to get BKB, I guess. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm trying to find out why they are deciding to go for this Blade Mail.
God, this is KP Dota if I've ever seen it. Hide in the woods, come on out, cut a creep wave, maybe try and set up a kill, but just stay there.
Wherever he's going right now, he's just going to go be the first one there to hold the tower. I mean, this is his job. He's just trying to delay the game for the gyrocopter to carry his ass.
That's what you got to do. That's the hope. That's the dream. That's the KP way. Now the roar coming out in just a moment. Gotta be careful. Looking for that rolling thunder onto both of them. Catches now onto Rappy. He's pretty deep in there. He's cut off to the side. KP needs to get a Pit of Malice down. Waiting for the perfect one. Hitting on a 4. The damage is out there, but they are already going to lose 2. The boat comes in, lands onto the Beastmaster. Oh, no. Didn't quite work.
They basically relocated there into like some sleight of this and slot combo. Didn't even have to use the blade mail. And Kanka here is getting chased down by the Ember. He has a Shadow Blade in 10 seconds. All the damage. Is he actually dead?
I think so. Armel tries to pull him away, but he's gone.
Wow.
We get the kill.
It's doing so much damage. I mean, like you said, that's why in the current patch, you kind of like just want to have a mid hero that builds a vessel first, right? And you just get some levels, you run around with your vessel, get kills, and you just keep running around and just doing shit like that. You know, you're doing so much damage with the vessel. It's more like a core item now with the change up to the aura.
Yeah, and I like that because it sort of encourages those heroes to be picked that want to get active and make moves around the map and be aggressive, which is cool. That's what you want to see.
So even when you have 0 charges on vessel, you're still negating some healing.
Exactly, yeah. That's the way to do it. So 19 minutes in, a 3,000 gold lead for Neon. It's a weird game, very strange. I think this tier 2 tower being down bottom, it feels like simultaneously Neon have such a big lead, but there's like these weird moments where they take bad fights and overextend and then just like lose a bunch of heroes.
Tower is under attack.
Outpost, Slugs TPing top, 30 seconds to outpost.
Alright, Tim's leashed. Just building up some stacks, running away.
I mean, the blade mail is kind of working.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, I'll take the blame on that flame that I gave it. Ooh, relocate in.
Oh, they're gonna get 3 bounty runes. Not 2.
Look at this though. They're relocating back in. Everybody was set up for them. They were waiting. They recalled in the Ember. No, the chains didn't connect. Oh, and just like that, Neon, they were perfectly set up for it, but just missed.
So the gyro changes his mind. Instead of finishing the axe, he goes back for the BKB.
I guess the blade mail kind of makes him do that, sort of. Is that your read of the situation?
I mean, also the fact that they have a lot of magic bursts from the Ember plus the partner. I mean, it's always nice to have the BKB because you are getting pressure right now, right? I think if the game is going better for Radiant, say they are like 50-50 right now, there's no 3k deficit, I think it's okay if you go for the farming Aghanims. But if the game is rocky like what it is right now, it's better for you to just buy a fighting item.
What do you think about this double Helm of the Dominator, by the way, as Skem is just going to jump onto March, try and get the slowdown, blade mail out, trying to force back Gabby. Has his ulti still if he wants to use it. The wraparound is coming from pretty far away. Armel is there to sort of block him off. Skem maybe in a little bit of trouble here, but the rest of his team was trying to connect. As they're draining his mana, in some trouble. He gets Yule sceptered up. He does still have his ulti if he wants to pop it. Has to pop it now. The connection is coming in with the rest of his team. Yeah, Badge is already there. They drop down that Pit of Malice, but isn't going to connect. Skim gets out. Now they're in a terrible position. And they kill off March. They will be able to. KP trying to pull the rest of the team. He pulls them in together, and he will manage to get them out. Just barely.
That's a $10 tip for your Uber driver. Just at the nick of time. In the nick of time, getting everyone out. Just losing the position 5 IO there.
Underlord ulti, the save that they needed in that moment, and that's an interesting little dynamic too. Is like you mentioned, so much just pulling people around the map. They're gonna group up together now and try and take Roche. This is a bold play by Neon.
They need to wait for the boat.
Oh my god, the 3-person toward the Pit of Malice afterwards. They gotta get the hell out of there. Look at the damage. They're all right. Buyback from the Chen. He's trying to save a life here, but it is going to be Skem going down afterwards, possibly. X.
Oh, now you
pulled back.
Pop your blade now.
I manage. He gets the ulti off, but will eventually die. And now with Roche half HP, dude, they all just sat together in the pit and got torrented.
Yeah, they just didn't have. I think if they have Vlads, yeah, sure, they can go for Roche because they don't have Vlads, they don't have Medallion. So Roche is not that. It's not a great of an idea for them to go for Roche.
Oh, Yopaj, he thought the Roche was down. It's not quite there. It is gonna fall, and they snatch the Aegis. What? How did he get that one? How is he doing it?
Do not.
Unbelievable.
Stop him.
So he does have his remnant. They immediately go over to the side, catch him here. Now Rappy trying to keep his buddy alive. They're gonna roar one, pushes them all back out. They're actually dropping down super low. Look at the sleight of fist damage. Isn't enough. Tim's, he's gonna get brought down just barely by the skin of his teeth. Almost completed it. So 2 end up falling. Unreal.
Savior for Neon here. And they're gonna get kill for much. Oh, this is a huge snatch of the Aegis here. I think if Radiant was able to get the Aegis, I think the fight was literally gonna be stomped. The Radiant team stomping all over the Dire team. And they could not afford that to happen, you know, because they are the ones having more of the early game lineup. And the Slug going for the Blade Mail is kind of signaling that he's going to just go all in for this aggression.
Going Heaven's Halberd next, and he's just about to have it. Top lane, Rappy, under control and gonna get killed. So, a Hand of God? Oh, that signals to them that they got to get out. They know now that people are coming over to rotate. And Gabby, he doesn't have a TP. He doesn't have a TP. He doesn't have a BKB. Are they going in? They're deciding to fight? Shadowblade Armel catches Scam, X's there onto the Chen, pulls him back in with that boat, and is going to be able to connect for the kill. Now the follow-up coming. TnC continuing to stream in, and just... I don't know what it is with Neon. They're just dying.
No, they're trying to push the top tower, but they were not ready because the Slug, he was just he was coming over. He was a while. It was like maybe a 10-second away from joining his team. Yeah, they just needed everyone to be there, you know, and they understood that they are not gonna they can't allow the game to keep going like this, you know. They have to up the tempo.
Right.
But I feel the Slug has to get a BAB still, you know. I feel like he gets this Blade Mail, then he gets the Halberd, but it doesn't really help him fight.
Well, he can at least find pickoffs if nothing else, as March is going to die there.
Yeah, but he needs a BKB in the fights against the Rolling Thunder, the Bolt, the Cold. Like, there's so much magic damage.
And he is going for it now.
Is it too late? I'm not sure.
I mean, maybe. It's hard to tell. It's like they've lost so much momentum, but at the same time, they're able to sneak away that Aegis. Smoke. Finding Gabby.
Yes, BKB.
They have an Ember, or rather a Beastmaster, though. And Roar's going to be their KP with the ulti, trying to bring him down before he gets out of there. BKB comes out, and they're away.
Good find for Dire. That's a 10-second BKB, right? No, 9 seconds. Still pretty big deal.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
God. Yopaj just has that taunt on cooldown. I swear, that's all I'm hearing all game long. So 20-14, and I think that this is that moment where if you're TnC, you have so many different tools to take the fight, right? Like Kunkka, BKB is there, 10-second one. Tim's has his Blink Dagger. Feels like they have a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, and TnC is using this relocate well. And this time you see March, he's just hiding. He knows he can't make the same mistake anymore. He doesn't want to hit the creeps. He's just staying in the trees. But they're just using this relocate to push out waves, delay the game. And once the gyro gets to the point where Satanic plus Rapier, similar to the last game, they're just going to win the game.
We'll see if they are going to have a free path towards that. Fun fact to all you people out there, if you cast Fusel Blade on creeps, it roots them. Fun stuff.
Is it a root or is it inhibit? Like is it
it's
actually a root?
It's a root on creeps. It's an inhibit on heroes. It's really weird. I don't know why it's like that, but it is.
Life's not fair.
Right?
Dota's not fair.
Well, top lane, they're kind of setting up for a fight here, possibly. Everybody's back behind him. They smoke up. Necrobook's out front.
So burst him first. If he doesn't go down, the gyro is not going down. They don't have blink on the Beastmaster though. I think the Beastmaster has to be the one with the dagger to jump the IO and eliminate him from the fight.
He's feeling like he wants to go BKB instead. Just waiting for TnC to run into them.
If he's not getting blink, it means that it's going to be up to the most likely the Ember to get to the IO. It's not going to be easy for the Slug to get him. So it's only the Ember that can realistically get the IO in the fights.
Okay.
Like they have too much sustain right now, I think, with the IO and the Rum plus the Gyro. He's just going to output so much damage in the fights.
Wraparound coming right now. The side of Neon. Seeing if they can open up onto anybody.
Ooh, has the high ground.
They see the courier go by though. They know, and they're instead going to try and connect over to the side where the Gyro and IO are. This is a good move here.
Use TnC.
See if they can get him. Wrap in. Gabby. Need to get out of there. They have Roar available. They're running up to the north. Hawk just barely going to catch sight of them there. But now they're connected back with the rest of their team. KP still hunting. Skems there, breaking the smoke right onto all of them. Yobadge finding Morch right at the start of this fight. Can they blow him up in time, though? No Roar used as of yet, and none used at all in the fight. They didn't even get it off. Up on the north side, though, they have taken down the IO. Can they get any more afterwards? IO buys back. Beastmaster buys back. They need to get into this fight. And there's going to be the connection now onto Gabby. Seeing what more they can find with Play Hard there. March is going to have to TP in afterwards, but they don't hold the outpost. Who's he going to relocate out? Or is he going to end up dying? They kill off Gabby. They end up chasing forward, looking for more KP, barely getting them out of there in time. But they traded off and the Gyro went down.
Yeah, they have to be careful once the BKB is down. The Gyro actually is very susceptible to the magic burst from the Ember plus the partner. They do so much magic damage.
It happens in an instant. And I mean, the thing that's interesting about that though is that is a fight where like they didn't really get Roar off until the later end of it, you know, and it still ended up looking like kind of okay. Pretty good for him, I would say, getting the Gyro dead.
They have to be careful with how they're taking the fights because TnC, they kind of ran down the low ground. They were on the low ground. It was easy for Neon to choose the right targets because they have the superior region there. They were on the high ground. I mean, I felt like maybe TnC was like, oh, we are strong, you know, we have Gyro running in, gonna take the fight eventually. But they just forgot to account that once his BKB is down, the magic damage is actually gonna destroy him.
Yeah, it's true. Such an overwhelming amount of magical damage. The Slark is going to go for a Scotty next, which I definitely like.
Yeah, he's good against the Wisp. Stop some of his regen, not allowing the enemy to kite. You know, this Blade Mail is like, I guess it's just there for forcing the BKB. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem particularly useful.
I like it, but I do think that it's rather weird. It feels like it was really helpful through those first engagements where Gyro is like super strong. It kind of forces him to have a bad time. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Well, either way, it's already past the phase that the Blade Mail is going to be useful anyway. So it's just there for the stats right now. The 28 damage, you know, the 6 armor.
That's where it's at. You'd love to see it. Roche capable to respond in 30 seconds. That feels like it's going to be the next place that they end up fighting. Ember running down mid lane to cut off the wave, and TnC just going to take over the top side jungle here. Play together as much as possible. In these league formats, every single game is so important. We're in it for the long haul for these guys, trying to get points, move forward. So 32 minutes in, it's about a 2,000 gold lead, and Roche back up. This is number 2 for them, and we'll see if there is a battle for it, or if it's just going to be sort of running around the map trying to outmaneuver each other farming.
What's the other item for Dire that they're waiting for? Are they actually waiting for the Skadi, or they? I feel like they don't really need anything. Like, whereas for Radiant, they kind of need the Rapier to come alive.
Yeah, they don't really have that clear direction. Interesting. Rappy actually went back instead for the Blink Dagger, like you were talking about. As Relocate comes up top, Skem has the Dark Pack afterwards, tries to get himself out of here. BKB jump away. Still, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what's going on at this moment, but he's got Armel in his sights.
He's trying to stop his TP.
Oh, that was good though. They get him out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they use the Underlord ulti to chase them away, and it looks like the rest of Neon is able to escape. So again, weird little maneuvers going on.
Rush is up. I mean, this is the mobility of their heroes, right? The Underlord ultimate, the Relocate, the X Mark. You're able to go everywhere.
Yeah. Love to see it. So this, to me, you're talking about this meaning that Rappy is just going to blink on the IO every game and start it with the roar?
Yes, so like either him or the Ember. If the Ember's on the IO, then the Beastmaster can save his roar, let's say for the BKB Gyro. Okay. Or the Rolling Thunder for the Pangolier. But I think the Gyro is a very, very high priority target that you only want to use your roar on him, you know?
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's fair. Smoke up now. Gabby gonna pick up.
Oh no.
Illusion Rune. The full collapse on. This is just gonna be a painful pick off. Super quick death. And meanwhile, on the other side, he's moving so fast. 527. The chase, the run. He's getting out of there. Dude is so freaking speedy. The Relocate's coming in. Gonna TP out of there. Does he get out in time? Just barely. Unreal. See you later, nerds, indeed.
You will not see a better escape this week. That's gonna be on the highlight reel.
God. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering why they even buffed the item. I thought the item was already kind of borderline OP, you know, Spider Legs. And then they gave it another buff.
Courier killed.
I don't know. You arachnophobic? Is that what's going on here? Very concerned about the spiders?
I like spiders. Hello?
Okay, that's good.
Do you actually like spiders? Do you like eating them?
No, not so much. Not the biggest fan of that.
Deep fried, a layer of batter on top.
Why not just eat like popcorn chicken or something? You know, that's delicious.
Because spider has less fat, raw protein, you know.
Okay, but I like sugar. The heck's wrong with you?
I have a strict limitation on my quota for sugar.
Okay, that's fair. You're so self-disciplined. Unbelievable. Actually, that's not true. You eat more than anybody.
It's what you put in your mouth. Not the amount. Okay, fine, it's the amount too, but...
Well, top lane, Gabby and March, now that we've gone off that segue. And again, as you mentioned, March recognizing the importance of staying hidden away in the trees there when the gyrocopter is hitting those creeps to not present an easy target. But it's just sort of been AFK farming simulator for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, both teams are just really, really careful waiting for the next Roche to spawn. They know that whoever loses the fight, loses the Roche, will probably lose the game.
Skem is going to be chased back again. Tier 2 tower taking some pretty good damage here. Will eat the stun on his chin. Does almost have the full Scotty completed. But down bottom, they're keeping the pressure on. Neon trying to force back TnC to defend their base.
I think the Kanka needs to go and maybe try to set up some kill here. This Pokemon is way too annoying. They're gonna use the Lord ulti, they're gonna relocate.
Yeah.
Everyone's home.
Okay, get away, run out of there. Yopaj, seeing if he can find somebody. Armel is here. Ooh, he's thinking. Not going.
There's no reliable disable.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Remnants going crazy. He gets pulled back in. Rooted. In trouble. No, he gets the remnant out. That was close.
Ooh, that was so close. Too close for comfort. Why do you do this?
But at the same time, I mean, those movements right there means that it opens up some bottom tower pressure here. Necrobooks level 3 are going to disappear, but you do get a couple of hits there from the Nether Blast from the Pugna.
Don't you feel the Gyro needs to buy Abyssal this game? I feel like they need some lockdown. They need even more lockdown. Like damage is not exactly the problem here. They have a lot of damage, but they can't catch the slug. They can't catch the ember.
Radiant's bottom
Well,
tower
and
is
a
under
big
attack.
problem they just got is that Slurk got a leveler, and he's going to have the Scotty done. He's actually so scary, about to be level 25. So Rapier's going to be on the deck for Gabby. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I feel like it's still, like you said, it might not be enough.
I think Basher, Abyssal. You buy Abyssal, like, actually. No, he buys Rapier.
All right, we'll see.
Is damage actually the problem? I feel like
Dude,
it's
that
the
blade mail.
It's the lockdown, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has the IO to, you know, beef him up, you know. I think the blade mail is not that scary. Because you have high armor and damage resist from with the IO tethered with overcharge to you.
Yeah, and I guess the damage resistance with the Kunkka boat too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Just need a Blitz. Please buy me a Blitz. Your Majesty demands a Blitz.
Gyrocopter still has that rapier all done up and ready to go. Bottom, they got him. Possibly chance. Nope.
No. Oh
He
no.
is so fast. Decrypts himself, tries to run away, but the torrent's going to be there, and they will end it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Claiming a bounty.
I mean, the question is this slot going to be able to match the gyro and the IO? I mean, I think if it's just the gyro, I think he will be able to do it, but I'm not so sure if there's an IO in it.
Yeah. He's got a bunch of interesting little items that make it annoying for the gyro, definitely, you know?
Blade mail, you say?
Well, I mean, like the halberd too, right? Like the halberd's pretty cool, I think, in this regard. Top side, in a lot of trouble, taking the damage. The gyrocopter destroyed all of those summons so quickly, and now he's gonna get an Aegis. They need to get in here, trying to move in quickly enough. Are they gonna get there in time? Schem spots it out. The remnant comes in. Gotta be careful. Can he get a second steal? Not quite in time. Armel able to pick it on up, and now Yopez in a lot of trouble. Gets the remnant to jump away, barely keeping himself alive. In the meantime, Schem is having to back out, but they might be able to catch a couple other on the other side. They did not quite manage to stop them from getting away, but they will at least get March.
Was that a dieback? Oh, it's a long death. So Rappy got the tier 3 tower. Your Purge got the cheese. I think it's still a reasonable trade for them, for the Roshan. I mean, they're still in a pretty good position here because they can actually threaten to get the bot Rex next if that happens again. TnC has to be very, very careful about the lanes, you know. They need to get the lanes out before they decide to go and do something. X-Mark, Rappy has a BKB. Wait, what? Oh, he doesn't have a BKB. Oh, he
Well, I mean, okay. Is he gonna get out of here? I guess.
does.
Oh, and Ember shows up. He just gets out of nowhere, coming through, finds him, and Tim's gonna end up dying.
Top lane, Gyro's in a little bit of a border, but he's gonna be fine.
Okay.
He has to be very, very careful about using the BKB and the Satanic. Because the Decrypt can be a very devastating tool against the Gyro.
Schem finishing off the MKB now and going back for the Satanic afterwards. It's 10,000 gold lead. And, you know, the thing that's interesting about this, too, is, like, even the process of them going in there and interrupting the Roche, it's so important because it meant that they couldn't get it freely on the Gyrocopter, the Aegis. Armel is the one that has it now.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is the person you want having it.
Radiant's middle tower.
Imagine a
Jumps in, finds KP yet again, does have the Dark Rift, but not going to go for it.
Imagine a Gyro having the Aegis and Cheese, or the Cheese would be on the IO and the Aegis on Gyro. The game would look so vastly different.
It's not necessarily where you want to be. And, I mean, you always think about, like, all right, big relocate plays to go for backdoor or, you know, the Underlord going in to try and make it happen, but it doesn't work since all the tier 2's still up.
Look at all the tier 2s. That's not even going to be an option for Radiant.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You little dingus. Mr. Winter.
Explain that word.
Explain net worth? I don't know.
Explain
Look
that
at
word.
skill.
Dingus.
I don't
not.
actually know what it means.
Coming in.
See what they can do. Jump onto two of them. No edge. Tries to chase. Tries to kill Tim's. No, the roar comes out in time. Barely able to get him. All right, he's going to come back in. Round 2 of this one. Beastmaster gets the BKB off, but he does not last long. They're ripping him apart here with this gyrocopter. Throws out the diffusal blade. Still spiderlings up to the high ground. Skem tries to find the back line, but he's also going to be controlling. Look at the jump back and forth. Oh, but Skem got the BKB off. That status resistance from the halberd working it beautifully. March is dead. Armel's in trouble. He's coming back in a second, but Skem, look at him tear apart Gabby. The Titanic comes out in time. He's keeping him alive. Gabby able to live, and with everybody jumping back in, he makes it work without the IO. And Skem has to run. He's got to get out of here. It's too much.
He bought another rapier at the secret shop in the middle of the fight.
God. What in the hell? Dude, he has so much damage. What in God's name? Okay, well, KP is going to die here. It looks like. No, they don't want to dive for it. Opedge thinking about it. If they're not careful, this second rapier could really dismantle them here.
He needs his partner, Gabe. March has to be alive.
22 seconds as they are destroying the tier 3 towers. I mean, double rapier gyro, they're so far behind right now, but it does kind of have that feeling like if you overextend as Neon, which we've seen them do before, all of a sudden this game can turn on its head. IO is about to be back up. Neon have to be very careful in spite of their dominant position.
Every packet.
Packet. They get it out now. Chasing Hexed. They don't have any follow-up. They're not there. Edge will get stunned. BKB's back up again though, and Neon still feeling comfortable with where they're at.
Radiant's bottom
Skem punches a couple of times. There's the melee racks. I mean, it is dropping, but he's in kind of deep. Has to be careful. Edge also trying to get out there. Look at the damage coming out to these two. Edge gotta run. BKB out. Still getting the damage out. The right clicks are there, but it's not quite enough. They will kill off one.
Cannon, man. It's owning.
Chasing. They want to go for him here. Off to the side. BKB. Oh, the relocating jumps into the trees. What a player. Dude, had he not did that, I think that Slark just dies. Great decision making to recognize the relocate coming in. And they managed to keep the Slark alive.
Man, the double rapier is actually allowing them to hold on to this game. They just need a Blitz. Seriously, they need a Blitz. Somebody buy a Blitz for the gyro.
You know what's interesting here too? Gabby's keeping a hold of this flicker. Like, I kind of like it. So much movement speed.
Dispel for the root. That's nice.
And he doesn't have the, he doesn't have boots right now too, so it sort of makes up for it. Oh my god, there's a DD bottom. Gabby's gonna go check it out. What? He has so much damage. Dude, he does 1,000 damage a punch. Just go end the game.
He's gonna like 2-shot the supports, 3-shot.
What? He has so much damage. Yo, Blade Mill is back. You guys ready for this?
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He does so much damage. I don't know about this one.
They need to wait for Roche. I don't think they feel comfortable, like even with the double damage, I don't think they feel comfortable going up the high ground here. You have to consider buybacks and whatnot, so.
Dude, they just if they're not careful, they're gonna like backdoor the tier 3s with a relocate. Unironically, this is amazing. This is so good. Oh my god. Do you think that's worth it to go just for like backdooring the top tier 3 if they're like pushing down bottom or something?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's the beauty of late game relocates, you know? You always have to take that into account. Then he's going for Abyssal right now.
Okay. I want to see the third rapier. I don't know what you get rid of though. Even with this, I don't know what he gets rid of.
You eat the Aghanims.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
I'm picking up what you
for
put down. Just one-shots everything. Doink. You know, that might be one area that's a little bit scary is like if Gabby kills the creeps too quickly, I mean, he might not be able to get in range of a hero to right click him. Potentially. I don't know.
Roche is going to be the last stand here.
Long Roche timer, 2.5 minutes. What does that give them time to get into?
Behold, a subtle bird.
I guess maybe Abyssal?
Yeah. AC will be nice. Anything to buff the gyro. You know, AC, Solar Crest, Vlad's. But nobody is getting. I mean, the Kunka's building an AC.
How realistic do you think it is that TNC win this game right now?
Reasonable. 50-50.
50-50. You're giving me that kind of odds. All right.
It's either Raiden wins or Dire wins. 50-50.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Dota 101.
You're such a smart guy. I wish I could be more like you.
It's either you win or you lose.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And the Slurk, I mean, again, all these items, they might not make a difference if you're just getting hit for like, you know, almost 1,000 damage a right click with Gabby and occasional bash. He's got the full abyssal.
Smoke of Destiny. Who has the vision? The Hawk is gonna give the Dark Team an advantage with the vision here.
Yeah, it is, and they're coming up on the low ground, throwing out another Hawk now. This Beastmaster talent, so good in these late game scenarios. Blinks away, Morch, what are you doing? Roar, caught right at the start with the Abyssal Blade. He's living through it. No, he's dead. Eyes back immediately, trying to get into this fight. Skem under control. He's already in his ulti. They trying to find KP, see if they can bring him down. Gyrocopter isn't really hitting onto anybody. He's just getting sort of pulled around, but it's still enough as they will find the Chen and a couple quick hits with Ghost Scepter trying to keep him alive, but to no avail. 2 dead, no buyback.
10-11k ahead, but they're running away from this monster gyro.
Yeah, it's insane.
They have no way of touching him with the iron. Like that was like the best possible start of the fight that you can imagine for Dire. They get the March IO right away. But they still couldn't clean up the fight.
Well, and it kind of does speak to one of the issues that you've got is, you know, late game scenarios often come down to vision, as you said, and those Hawks.
And
so the problem.
The 4-star was crucial there. Wasted a lot of time on Neon to finish off the March kill initially.
Gabby up on the high ground now. They're taking down this tier 3 tower. So vital, and with double rapier again, this opens up a possibility for going for backdoor. But over here to the side, Pango, Tim's is caught completely all alone, is gonna have to go for the ulti. Does manage to get the jump up in the other direction. Roar is there though. Meanwhile, the Hex comes out. Rest of the team's coming on in, trying to go for the fight. Skem onto all of them, trying to bring down Io. No, he just hitting into Gabby. It's not enough. Look at the damage. He managed to get his ulti off just barely. Still trying to remnant every which way out of there. They managed to escape, and off on the side they get a courier kill as well, but Roche is up. It's an Aghanims. Oh wait, relocate bottom. Yeah, they need to deal with this.
So it's the Underlord Aghanims incoming.
I'm not sure.
Would you give it to the Kanka? I'll probably give it.
I like Kanka.
The Underlord Aghanims. No one gives you priority. You can do so much.
It's true.
But no.
But no, you can do nothing. What about Pango? Do you like that at all?
Not on the support Pango.
Whoa. Skem moving in. They send in the courier. Radiant no now. No Pango for 18 seconds. Gabby walking into the pit, spotting him out. There's the root. Skem gonna get hit by a missile. That's gonna call it good for the moment. There's a couple of Hawks here in the pit.
He just bought a heart, by the way.
What?
On a gyro.
Okay. That's interesting. Why did he buy a heart? Please enlighten me.
If I no die, I output damage.
Okay.
Your admiral is on board.
You're not on board. You're just like, why didn't he buy another rapier? Why? You have much behind you. He can save you. Why do you buy heart?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it sort of makes sense though, like you're talking about, as long as he can live. They have enough damage to kill him? Like, who's the damage dealer on Neon?
Everyone.
I guess.
Everyone does some damage. Apart from Chen.
Refresher orb for Ember. I feel like I missed that one. Oh my god, a rapier picked up now for Slark as well. Oh geez, 3 rapiers in this game, and we're heading towards a clash, a big one here. Hex comes out onto that Beastmaster under control, rolling through onto 2. BKB out from Rappy as he gets the blink away. They do have the disengage for the moment, but Roche is up. Both teams know it.
I'll tell you for sure, the slot Divine Rapier does not feel terrifying.
No. Maybe for some of those supports though. Finds now a hero disarmed for the moment. Scam doing a ton of damage to KP. They follow it up afterwards. Gabby just destroyed the Pugna. Now they got to be careful. The goat ship fleet is going in. Oh, the Abyssal Blade! They got him! Oh no, but he's able to get the Remnant out afterwards. X marks the spot. Controlled Remnant able to escape.
He used his refresher for that.
So important, so vital. And down bottom, they have to deal with this split push, just one hit of the flak, and they suddenly have dealt with it.
So what did they use the last fight? They just used, I mean, Raiden didn't really use any really significant spells. Dire used, I mean, there's no really big cooldown here in either side.
Yeah.
Everything's relatively low cooldown.
Just run at you, Dota. Keep it going.
I mean, the things that you're gonna look at in the fights is whether they get the Hex on the Ember or the Slug to kill him, or the Heaven's Helmet. Those are the key items that could change the outcome of the fights.
On the high ground now. Armel. Field, there's the Hex right at the start on the Pugna. Not a great start to this one. Roller used on Kunkka. Meanwhile, Skem tried to get up there, but a Force Staff keeps him alive. And now the jump through, Hand of God, not enough to keep him alive. BKB, Skem now tries to turn. Did you see Tanic too? He's everything. He used everything. He used it all. He's dead. Slark goes down.
And there you go. You have your wish. There's 3 rapiers there.
Unbelievable. They're going to pick that one up, surely.
Who took the rapier?
It's right here. They're all sitting on top of it. Armel decides he's going to get it, okay? Ember tried to pick it up. He went for the Remnant in on top of it, but I guess he didn't click it in time, or maybe he didn't have a slot open. That must have been what it was. He didn't have a slot open when he Remnanted on top of it.
Yeah, I think that was probably the case. He just forgot to move an item away. I mean, you see the Slug Rapier isn't really that terrifying. Like, usually when you get to the stage 50, 60 minutes, this Super League game as a Slug, I've seen players go for a refresher, because the way you do damage is you get another set of spells, like especially either your second BKB or your second Shadow Dance. It gives you more room to do damage compared to buying something like a Rapier. But either way, he doesn't really match up very well against the Gyro with Rapiers, with an IO backing him up.
Straight for the tier 4s now. TnC smell blood in the water. They want to go for it. The relocate coming in, or rather the Dark Rift coming in, as KP is there to help tank through the damage. They go for the Remnant out. Still a lot of damage coming out on all of them. Gabby just gets the Abyssal onto the Ember. Full control. They will manage to get another round of Sleight of Fist. It's a lot of damage onto the supports at least. Flicker is there, but eyes on the prize. They're taking it down the Ancients. And it's down again as well. And they just bully it down. Defend Ancient is the game, and they couldn't do it. TnC 2-0 over Neon.
The name of the game is the Rapiers. You have the Rapiers.